We were together 2009 when we did The Tempest, which was a South African production that went to Stratford. So we had an incredible time together. And I've known Tony since the 70s. He's one of those actors that came over to England and made us all proud at home about his protest, especially in the fraternity of artists and the people of South Africa. So to come together again, have an opportunity to work together was joy for me.
Well, it's just been like coming home. It's been old buddies linking arms and doing it together and really moving forward with it. And you know, somehow, because the play is about, there's a quote from the play, two old dinosaurs chewing the fat. It doesn't matter that the time passed and we all got a bit older, because that's what the play's about. So it's really been great for all of us to relate to each other on that level as well.
My introduction to Shakespeare started as a young kid, because I say again that the 1820 settlers, the British settlers, landed in my town in Port Elizabeth. We didn't even know who was Elizabeth then when we grew up, so we thought maybe it was somebody's wife. And it ended up really being Sir Rufus Donkin's wife, who was dying of TB. And he named it Port Elizabeth. So mine is a sort of grade 1, grade 2, those areas in grade 3. It was important for us to be taught English. Our teachers were talking royal readers, those were the books. We had to learn sonnets. We hated them because they sounded like the Bible. But we had to do it in order to get the marks. And there was our white inspector who would come periodically to the black schools to evaluate the education of the native child. If we could sort of recite a sonnet, he would be very happy and give the English teacher a thumbs up. And it was my job to be always to recite. Sometimes it would be, shall I compare day to a summer's day? Or love is not love, which alters when alteration finds. I don't know what I was saying, but the inspector liked it. So that was my love for Shakespeare.
It's been a wonderful journey, not one that I would have expected for myself as someone having been born and brought up in South Africa, where there wasn't much Shakespeare when I was growing up. And now I'm so immersed in it. But it was wonderful to find that John had written this play for the two of us to perform, which takes as its situation a man who has got a very serious illness and the nursing carer looking after him. And one is white, one is black. They're quite old, they've lived through apartheid South Africa, and now they're living through democratic South Africa, and they kind of fight about that with a lot of humor as well. But what binds them wonderfully is Shakespeare, because my character is an actor who is hoping to play King Lear before he dies. And John's character is just a fan of Shakespeare, you know. So it's a terrific sequences in the play where they are united by a love for Shakespeare, but coming from two very different points of view.
His genius and his deep, deep understanding of human nature and of human feeling and instinct, human instinct. And he manages to just get it so right. He's like a champion dartboardist who just goes and gets it bullseye every time. And I mean, I'm just crazy about him, and South Africa is crazy about him.
The RSC was able to give us 2 periods of workshopping play with both of us and the director, Janice Honeyman. One took place in Stratford and one took place in Johannesburg. And that was a terrific opportunity to explore the play, explore some of the themes of the play, also do some extra research, because the the theme of terminal cancer is an important thing in the play, and we all felt that we had to really honor that subject, because every single person in the audience is going to have some experience of that. So we did some really terrific research and were helped by some experts. And so that exploration of the play that we were able to have was a real blessing.
I think that it's a human story about people. And when you live in South Africa, your humanness and your peopleness is involved, politics is involved in it all the time. It's like living, on quicksand, on shifting sands, and you never know whether your value system is going to be shaken or not. So you're constantly questioning. And I think that I wouldn't call it a protest play. I would call it a very human story that speaks to people as theatre should, to the heart, heart to heart.